So previously we examined about 3-4 verses about the fire of hell mentioned in the Quran. And the Quran is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I know some Muslims are hesitant or reluctant, or they object when you highlight the verses of punishment and hell in the Holy Quran. But as we said previously, this is the book of Allah, this is the book of guidance. Allah has created us, He knows how our psychology works. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what the best way is to communicate with us. And for us to never stop at these verses in the Holy Quran that speak about hell, not even wanting to discuss them, to think about them, is wrong. Because our Creator has put them in His book. So He wants us to read them. And so we follow the Holy Quran by examining these verses. The fourth verse that we will examine, we've examined previously 3 verses. The fourth verse in the Holy Quran about the fire of hell is verse 145 of Surah al-Nisa. Surah al-Nisa is chapter 4 of the Holy Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about the hypocrites, the munafiqeen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states, إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ فِي الدَّرْكِ الْأَسْفَلِ مِنَ النَّارِ وَلَن تَجِدَ لَهُمْ نَصِيرًا. Indeed, the hypocrites are in the lowest level or pit of hell. And you find that they have no supporters. So the hypocrites who claimed to be believers in this dunya, they acted as if they believed, but inside their hearts, they were disbelievers. And they supported the path of disbelief. And they fought the Prophet, his Ahlul Bayt, other believers. Allah says in the Holy Quran, they have the lowest place in hell. Now, what does ad-dark al-asfal, the lowest place, what does that mean? One tafsir is that it's literally the lowest point in hell. You know how heaven has degrees? You keep going higher and higher and higher? Well, hell also has degrees. Now, when the step takes you higher in Arabic, we call it daraja. When the step takes you low, we call it daraka in Arabic. That's the difference between darajat and darakat. So, فَالدَّرْكِ الْأَسْفَلِ literally means the lowest place. Hell has steps that go down. These hypocrites are in the lowest and the worst place. The second tafsir is that this dark al-asfal is basically an iron casket. You know, like an iron taboot, an iron casket that they will be confined in it. This is ad-dark al-asfal. The third tafsir is that this is symbolic. It's not describing a literal place in hell. It's just saying that the hypocrites will get the worst punishment. It doesn't mean vertically they have to be down somewhere. However hell looks like, the worst punishment is given to the hypocrites, to the munafiqeen. So that's just a symbolic way of saying that they're in the lowest part of hell. Lowest part means what? Not physically the lowest part, but symbolically the worst place in hell. And they get the worst punishment in hell. So the Holy Quran is very tough with the hypocrites, because the hypocrites do more damage than the open enemies. The open enemies, you can protect yourself from them. But the hypocrites, they destroy Islam, they destroy the community within. So that's why they have the worst of all punishments. So this is a fourth verse in the Holy Quran about hell. The fifth verse, in Surah al-Maida, verse 37, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states, يُرِيدُونَ أَن يَخْرُجُوا مِنَ النَّارِ. The people of hell want to leave, exit, escape. وَمَا هُمْ بِخَارِجِينَ مِنْهَا. But they cannot escape. وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ مُقِيمٌ. And they have basically a never-ending punishment. Now, what does يُرِيدُونَ أَن يَخْرُجُوا مِنَ النَّارِ means? They want to escape hell. One tafsir is, they wish they could escape. They don't want to be there. The second tafsir is, no, literally they try to escape. That's because, inshallah, we'll see in some other tafsirs and some other verses, that's because the fire of hell is so full of energy with flames that the flames of hell carry the people of hell from the lowest point to the highest point. You know, have you seen when something's boiling, it goes from beneath to the top? That's how the people of hell are. They're in a complete cycle going from under hell to the highest point of hell. So it's just cycling them like that. So when they go to the higher level of hell, they think they're going to escape. So they try to escape. يُرِيدُونَ أَن يَخْرُجُوا. They want to leave because like, oh, we're almost close to the lid, you know, to the edge. وَمَا هُمْ بِخَارِجِينَ مِنْهَا. But then something sucks them back into hell. And this just keeps on going and going and going. Subhanallah. And if you've seen some like NASA images of the sun, you know, the outer surface of the sun where sometimes it could reach 1 million degrees Celsius, 1 million. I think the strongest material we have on earth can withstand 4,000 Celsius. Everything we have on earth, if you subject it to more than 4,000 Celsius, will melt. The sun, not hell. The sun is nothing compared to hell. Nothing. The sun is 1 million degrees. If you see some of those flames, they go for like thousands of miles. There's so much energy in the sun, it's just churning and churning. That's what happens to the people of hell. It churns them up, so they think they're about to escape, but they can't. So this is verse number 5 that we are sharing with you from the Holy Quran.
Verse 5
No, this is verse 37 in Surah al-Maida, but the 5th verse that I'm sharing with you. There's many verses, I've just selected some. The next verse, the 6th verse that I will share with you, Surah Al-An'am, verse 70. لهم شراب من حميم وعذاب أليم بما كانوا يكفرون. What does Hameem mean? They have a drink of Hameem. Hameem is boiling water. That is the drink of the people of hell.